Okay, we're live. All right, we're live. Welcome back to episode 3 of Young and Dumb. I'm your host Jake, and it's Thursday. What is it? June 18th, about 8 o'clock. Sorry, I wanted to do this earlier today, earlier in the week, but just life happens. So why don't we get started? Little life recap. So what was that last week? We were talking about the finals and uh, Stanley Cup Finals going on, NBA Finals and Stanley Cup. So I believe the Knicks just came back 21-0, 29 points uh, to win Game 4 in New York, and now they've won the series. So congratulations to New York and the Knicks. It's been 53 years since they won championship. So good for them. Good for the fans. They've been acting like obnoxious assholes for a few years now, but now they can officially earn it. So congratulations to them. It's been like 8 straight years of different NBA champions, which is awesome. Parity in the league is great. I wish we had that in MLB. I'm fucking sick and tired of the Dodgers winning, but hopefully, it's a new year, so we can do it, knock them off. Wish the Phillies could. I mean, last year was their best chance, but they didn't pull through. I was just really kind of thinking about 2024 too. I mean, that Dodgers team that won was brutal. I mean, it was Walker Buehler, Jack Flaherty, and Yamamoto before he really became Yamamoto. I mean, just kicked ass in that postseason, and that would have been the year to get them, of course. But they get even better somehow and go back to back, and then now they're even better this year. So awesome, great, can't wait. So let's see, how's everyone's weekend? I mean, it's Thursday now, but let's see. Over the break or over the week, I just chilled kind of Friday night. I started a new show called Off Campus. I kind of want to save that for a different later on in the video, but it's a pretty good show. I really like it a lot. Good sports, good romance, good comedy, good drama. Pretty solid all the way around. For Saturday, pretty much chilled, but went to my cousin's like auto body show. He was having it at a shop. It was pretty fun. Stayed there for a bit, saw some nice cars, hung out for a bit. And Sunday I went to Hershey Park with my family in Hershey, PA, and it's one of my favorite places on earth. It's just so awesome. I didn't think it'd be as good this year because I'm still dealing with vertigo, so I didn't really think I could do many rides and stuff. I ended up going on one ride, and which was Pandemonium, something at the end, literally at the end of the day doing it. I was just like, fuck it. If it happens, it happens. But it was fun. I didn't really feel anything, which is kind of crazy. The most dizziness I felt was bending over and so like kind of sitting on the ground to tie my shoes, then getting up. I felt wonky, but no twists on the roller coaster or anything really made me feel anything, which was kind of crazy. Flume. I mostly stayed in the water stuff, which was kind of nice. And then we did a bunch of like solo person like water slides, which is pretty awesome and fun. We had went down on these like little, I don't know what, not rubber, but like, I don't know how to describe it. I mean, I'm forgetting the name of the material, but just kind of just sleds or whatever. And that was pretty fun. And then, we did like multi-person tubes, which was pretty fun. So that was good. It was my mom and my brother and I, two brothers and I, and that was pretty fun. That's usually a family tradition. We try and go once a year. So that was pretty awesome. And then we ended it. So after that, so my mom got this deal, or it's all you can eat for every hour and a half. You get a free meal. So we definitely took advantage of that. So if you get that, I would advise you to just start your day with just getting some food, and then every hour and a half after that, you get something else to eat. You don't even have to eat it. Like I got, I think in a day, 2 cheesesteaks. I didn't eat any of them. I waited. Like they were my lunch Monday and Tuesday. So that was pretty fun. That was good. Um, I think ate chicken tenders and then had a little bit of barbecue stuff, but just keep eating every hour and a half. And we were there from like 10 a.m. to like 7:30 p.m. So I put in a shift. It was pretty fun. So I kind of just when my family was going on rides, I kind of just stayed to myself and just listened to people react to the mix and stuff, and uh, or predicting, yeah, because it was the day after the Knicks championship. So people talking about the Knicks. That's was kind of spending my day doing that. And I think with the Carolina win Sunday, shoot, I think it was, yeah, I think it was next Saturday, Carolina Sunday, and then just kind of just want listening to previews about that series too. Um, so that was kind of my weekend. But again, no vertigo issues, but it's at Hershey Park. But my first day of work on Monday, that was a brutal day. Me and my boss, we were carrying up 2 by 2 inches thick, but 8 inches wide, and then 16 feet long pieces of wood, carrying up like 7 foot, 7 or 8 flights of stairs onto a deck in Philadelphia. Um, a spiral staircase too, so we couldn't like carry it up. We had to just like push it up and then just twist it, and that was not fun. That sucked. And I had to do that about 15 times, and I actually had my like a really serious kind of like vertigo incident, like pushing it up. So I told my boss after, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't know how much more I could do this. I just need to keep drinking water." Um, but he was cool about it. I did get traded to somewhere else during the week, but it's all right. Um, so anything else? I think that was kind of my recap, my little weekend rant. Let's just get into the topics of the week. I see ESPN. It's 3-3, I believe, to the Phillies and Mets right now. Hopefully, they can go up more. Trey Turner exits with a by pitch. Great, awesome. He's been ice cold this season, but I think he's done pretty well. I think he walked or something his first. I know he scored in the first inning. I don't know. I didn't watch it. I was kind of watching off campus, which I'll get to. So let's see. What happened first? So I didn't talk about it a couple episodes ago, but my brother graduated high school, and that was pretty awesome. He's 6 years younger than me, and he's the baby of the house. But now, we're all grown up. He's 18, and we're going to drop him off at college to get a head start on for his baseball and stuff next week in North Carolina. So we're looking forward to that. I'm off taking a whole vacation. We're just going to see family and just travel, and which will be pretty nice. So looking forward to that. Just congratulations to you, Shane. If you're watching this, I don't know if you are, but no, we're all very proud of you. Just very surreal seeing, youngest member of your family kind of grow up and, ready to move on to bigger and better things. It was an emotional day for my parents, obviously. But it was weird. So they did it at their football stadium, and then they had kids to line up by height. They were called by height, like not, and it was girls and then guys or something. Like each row was a different gender, and then it was still done by height. I don't know why you just can't go alphabetically and what, but man, I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to stereotype, but there were a lot of families there that just did not understand the concept of you get like 3 or 4 seconds to cheer on your son or daughter, not like it. You just completely ruin, someone else, hearing their family and hearing their name called. That happened to my other brother a few years ago. Literally, the family behind us now make a peak the entire graduation. But of course, the kid right before my brother got called, and they went bananas for like 15 seconds, and then we're like, "All right, where's Connor? Where's Connor?" I was like, "I'm pretty sure that's him," and we couldn't hear anything. I was like, "Did they seriously just celebrate for and make us miss Connor?" And we found out, yeah. So which it was horrible. And just common courtesy, like you get to like 5 seconds, just applaud, cheer, and that's it, and move on. But I don't know. People are just don't care, I guess. Again, uh, no, I'm not gonna say that joke, but the usual suspects. Um, so yeah, that's topic number one. Topic number two, the White House at the UFC, or UFC at the White House. I didn't watch any of it. I'm kind of a UFC casual, boxing casual. That might be too broad much of a term. I kind of don't care. I kind of know some fighters. I kind of don't. Uh, but yeah, I never really had a problem doing it, even if it was like it's 250 years of America. You want to represent, I mean, it's American, pretty, start UFC started in America. Dana White, and creating it and kind of launching it. I believe it was Dana White, or he just Stratosphere. He's the CEO or whatever. But Yeah, I don't really have a problem with it. I don't care what I know. One of the fighters said Michelle Obama is a man or something like that. I mean, that's kind of crazy, but I mean, just you're not serious. I don't know. I mean, maybe he does believe it, but I don't really care if Michelle Obama is a man. I mean, I mean, I guess I don't know, but maybe it's kind of a wild thing to say. But I don't know. He's probably has a bunch of concussions. Probably got his head knocked in. I don't know if, but yeah, what a crazy thing to say. Oh well, he said it. Um, People have said a lot worse on TV and stuff. So, oh well. Yeah, America's America. Never had a problem with it. I thought it'd be cool. I heard a lot of people kind of complain like, "Oh, it's the weather's gonna be bad," or like bugs and stuff. I didn't hear any complaints about that. But I've also kind of been doing a. I'm kind of limiting myself on Instagram on my both all my accounts, on my personal and then the channel account, which is probably not great for the channel. I should be connecting and with my followers and more, commenting more and stuff. But I'm just kind of giving myself a break from it. I just feel like it's taking too much of my time and attention and just kind of thoughts. So I'm just kind of limiting myself to that. It's been all right. I still miss like seeing some news or highlights or edits and stuff. But I think I just gotta unfollow like all like the pop culture stuff and maybe like rumor mills and stuff like that. I don't think that's pretty good for myself. Um, so yeah, um, uh, U.S. I forget. I don't even know who won. I think Justin Guthrie won. That's definitely not his name, but oh well. Um, Next topic. So I guess I kind of got into the NBA, NHL champion. So Knicks won and Hurricanes won. Um, Knicks came back from 10 points in each game of the series, which is fucking nuts. I mean, Spurs are young and, don't really have that much experience, but you gotta I mean, 10 points isn't that bad. That's like three and like a half shots. Oh, I think maybe 15 to 20 is like the new 10, but I mean, that's still crazy. And all were late too. All were leads at like halftime or the second half too. So it's not like, Spurs go up 10-0 to start. Jesus, I don't know why I'm so itchy today. I don't. Maybe it's because I didn't shower yet, but yeah, I just realized it on the right way over here. I didn't shower, so I was like, "That's great. That's gonna be the first thing I do after this stream." Oh, I need to shower. I need to stop itching myself too. I look like a fucking crackhead. I've never done crack. I hope I never do crack. I'm not a big drug guy. I'm a big drinks guy, and I'll be drinking this weekend. Got a graduation party. Jesus, I'm sweating too. It's pretty fucking hot in here. Gotta open up the window soon. But yeah, I got a family graduation party and traveling on vacation, so I will be getting really drunk in the near future. Can't wait for that. Trying to set up the Fourth of July plans too with friends. I'm thinking Surf City, Long Beach Island. I don't know if anyone lives or goes down there, but that's where I'm going to try and be. Jesus Christ, I keep bitching. Um, and then Hurricanes won in six. I think Jordan Stall's like almost 40, and he won the playoff MVP, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, Hurricanes were dominant. They haven't won like 20 years, so good for them. Um, Definitely better than Vegas winning. Expansion teams, they've been to three since they've already in 10 years, which is kind of nuts. Um, but yeah, good for them. Good for Carolina. I'll be going down to in like a week, so hopefully I see a bunch of celebrations and stuff and merchandise, and good for them. Congratulations, yeah, to New York Knicks fans and Carolina Hurricanes fans. Kind of casual in NBA and hockey, but want to be better. But oh, let's see. MLB. Let's see. Let's go MLB. So two topics in MLB I want to talk about was so the Giants just had a Pride Night, in San Francisco Giants had a Pride Night, and one of the relief pitchers, I forget his name, but didn't wore his regular hat and wrote a Bible verse on it instead, like saying, as like a pro Christian, pro Jesus message. So I kind of see both sides of it. I see somebody saying it for their beliefs and what they um, what they and what religion they support and believe and trust and worship. And the other side, it's about acceptance and just respectfulness and kindness and spreading the love of the game. I would say I'm probably on the side of the anti-Bible verse, even though I am Catholic. I just think that you can write your Bible verse, and you just can't write it on a hat. I think that's why I don't think that you can write any messages on hats. I'm pretty sure that I think you can write on gloves and like your uniform, but like hats, I think are for whatever reason are no go. But like it's just one game, man. Like I know it's Pride Month, but like it's just one game, and you're it's play for the San Francisco Giants. Like it's San Francisco is like one of the most popular like gay communities in the entire America, maybe even the world. But like you know, come on, what do you expect? Of course, they're gonna have a Pride night. I don't really see the problem in having one. I mean, just yeah, acceptance, grow the game. Just be respectful. I mean, I know you know being gay and lesbians or whatever weren't exactly accepted, in Christianity all those years ago. But the Pope, more recent popes are trying to be more respectful. Just yeah, I'm sure there's probably lots of gay Christians or Catholics or anybody that believes in Jesus and God is accepting and God loves everyone. So yeah, I'm so unfortunate that people still have those beliefs, but what can you do? I think people have the right to change, but people also have right to believe in. But yeah, and then just one quick funny kind of pretty opposite that PCA had or Pete Crow Armstrong of the Cubs had a cycle the other day, like the first cycle of the season, first cycle for the Cubs in a while, I think, and just immediately got picked off at first base, which was pretty funny. Um, I mean, yeah, you just have all that momentum, and you're feeling yourself, and just not even a pitch, just first move, just done, which is fucking hilarious, and kind of just shows how the Cubs and PCA season is going. Yeah, it's pretty fucking funny. Um, Shout out PCA, good baseball player, good for the game, so why not? See, next topic. Uh, World Cup. So the World Cup is going on in America. I've actually worked in Philadelphia the past couple 2 days this week, and been going by the art museum, see all like the flags and stuff hung up, which is pretty awesome. See tents and stuff. Learn some flags names and stuff that I know. But yeah, it's pretty great to see people, supporting their nations and just coming together and just traveling all across the world and supporting each other. Was awesome. USA won 4-1 against Paraguay, and they play Australia tomorrow. So yeah, that would be pretty great if USA can make an impact and help be better at soccer. I know they're kind of on the definitely in the average to below average in the world, which is kind of crazy. Think of how we are in hockey and basketball and baseball and pretty much all the other sports, but especially in women's soccer too. But men's soccer, we just can't figure it out. I mean, most of our athletes play baseball or basketball, football, or other sports. But if we can just get like a group, just just like a youth group, or just committed to be like worldwide champs, um, and just get them focused on soccer for their entire lives, like they do across the country, that'd be pretty sweet. I probably should have switched to soccer. I mean, soccer is more, I guess, I think shorter guys play. I did play baseball my entire life, but I should have kind of I should have realized that baseball probably was in the cards a little sooner than I realized, and I thought because I played all the way up until college for a few couple of years, I just kept getting injured and hated practicing, and treated it more of a job than as a sport, and it just or as a game, and it wasn't fun anymore. So I stopped playing, but it's all right. Have fun, live your life. Um, so yeah, World Cup. I think what France or Argentina are probably the favorites. So it's kind of. I just hope USA can at least not shit the bed or not make themselves like fools. So go red, white, and blue, baby. Um, what else? What else? Is there an update in the Mets Phillies game? Tie game. Oh, Nola one goes 5. Seth Johnson. So 5 innings for Nola for 3 runs, 2 home runs, 2 Juan Soto. I mean, the one guy in the lineup that can't have you beat you has been or as Ty do. I mean, just take those out and you're doing pretty well. You're probably still in this game. At least they're solo home runs. Um, let's see what else is next. Brandon Sorbesby of Texas Tech. I think is confirmed now to go in the supplemental draft. So basically, he was betting on his team for years at Indiana, and where was he just at? Was he at Cincinnati too? And now he was supposed to be at Texas Tech. And at first, so he was suspended, and then committee, I don't know if it was Big 12 committee, stepped in and was like, nope, he's good to go. He's just gonna have a 2-game suspension against dog shit opponents, and then he'll be back. And then the official appeal that was after the season, which is fucking nuts. And it just happened that the judges on the appeal all went to, or majority of them went to Texas Tech. So that's just kind of crazy how corrupt college football has become. I mean, guys, I mean, just lower level guys, like one bet or like one thing for like a different sport, spend an entire season. But a guy that you just paid millions of dollars to, gambled hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you're gonna have him play almost the entire season. So good that someone stepped in. I don't know if that was the NCAA themselves or whatever, but making sure he can't play and making sure that good, standing up for what's right, and move on with your life, man. I know. I don't know who. So I know he was projected, if he had a good year, to be a top, probably 10 pick, and now I never even heard of someone on a draft. So apparently, it's like a silent auction where everyone that is interested like submits what they would give up in next year's draft to get him. Um, Teams that could be interested, Jets maybe. I like Kate Klubnik. I kind of think that Dabo is pretty overrated. So if he can just get out of that, and just kind of show what he's got, I think he can be pretty good. But we'll see. I don't know who else would be interested in them. I'm just kind of go through the divisions. No one in the NFC East, North. Maybe the Lions if they want a golf replacement, and soon Vikings they have JJ McCarthy and Kyler. I'm still not ready to give up on JJ McCarthy. I think he's going to be pretty well. I think he just had a bunch of confidence stuff, and coming back from injury, but I don't think he looked that bad. I think the offensive line for the Vikings wasn't that good. I just got to get the ball to the playmakers like Darnold would. I think Carson Wentz looked pretty good. I'm a big Carson Wentz fan. I will always be grateful and be a fan of him for 2017. I mean, they definitely don't win the Super Bowl without him. And he was I just wish he was still that player, and probably just not either with the Colts or with the 49ers. I always thought if he went to the 49ers after the Eagles, they'd be really good. Better with Brock Purdy. I'm not a Brock Purdy fan. I really think he's overrated. I think every time almost the majority of his passes are to guys wide open, and it's just the same route the entire time. I mean, if you just look at those majority of plays against the Eagles that they somehow won, it's just a straight and then a turn. I mean, I don't know how it was working, but Cooper DeJean and Quentin Mitchell just got destroyed on drives, on one drive each, and that just killed them. And then he had 2 bad interceptions to Mitchell. Yeah, I think he's very overrated. I will definitely take Jalen Hurts over them. I will hate you forever if you think that Brock Purdy is better than Jalen Hurts. But I think Kyle Shanahan is much better than Nick Sirianni. I do think that. I do think Shanahan's a choke artist, though. I think that Fangio is more and Kellen Moore are better reasons than Nick Sirianni. That the Eagles won Super Bowl a couple years ago. But yeah, I don't. But I am on Nick Sirianni. So I was watching a Nick Sirianni video of him playing basketball with the players, and he couldn't tell. You couldn't tell like it was him or Cooper DeJean's shot that went in. He was like, "No, that was mine." But like, we're gonna go again. And then he beat Coop, and then Coop beat him, which was pretty funny. But just that competitive, and you see from your head coach, you're like, "All right, fuck yeah, I'm back in." But yeah, hopefully the Birds can prove a lot of people wrong, especially AJ Brown and the Patriots. Next year's Jalen Hurts too, Devontae Smith, blow up. But yeah, go Birds, go Phils. Oh boy, ESPN notification. Unless it's okay. All right, now I'm gonna get into my off-campus rant. So, Off-Campus is a show on Amazon Prime. It starts off with like the cliche of a fake couple gets together and makes someone jealous so to help a girl out. It takes place. It's about hockey. So majority, it's a hockey team at the fictional Briar University. their star player drafted um, by the Bruins, but he's going to college to practice instead of being at the lower levels of the NHL. Um, goes. He's also the son of a Rangers Hall of Famer. I don't know if he's in the NHL. They don't really say if he's in the NHL Hall of Fame or just the Rangers Hall of Fame, but who's not a great guy in the show. But in real life, he's the dad from Shameless, or not the dad, the bar owner from Shameless, that Kevin, I think. Just a fucking himbo and that. So I couldn't even take him seriously. He plays a very serious and kind of asshole on the show. I just can't get him out of my mind. And he looks a lot thinner too. I don't know. Hopefully he's up. Maybe he just didn't want to keep all that muscle on. But he looked a lot smaller. I mean, height wise too, which was kind of weird. But hopefully he's all right. But anyway, so the show was about that, and then obviously they fall in love. The characters that fake a relationship for jealousy. They fall in love, um, and then they're great scenes. Great hockey too. Doesn't look that bad. Um, Great chemistry. But my favorite couple is probably Dean and Allie. So Dean is a teammate of Garrett, who is the hockey player, and and they're both really like confident, just like funny and charismatic, charming, and um, because man whores would be the same word, but they just fuck a lot. Not themselves, but just whores. Fuck bunnies. They call them puck bunnies on the show, which is pretty funny. Um, and yeah, and then Allie's the main. No, so the main couple is Garrett and Hannah that fake it. Allie is Hannah's best friend and roommate that Dean falls for because they start as a fling and they both have a lot in common. And I know it's a book and I know it's based off stuff, but like if you're in these, you gotta. Dean should have. So basically, they start having a fling for like a month or so, and then she breaks it off a little bit when she gets caught by starts catching feelings, and her ex catches her. Her ex sucks in the show. Sean, like that dude sucks. He looks like Josh Groban, but he sucks. Like he's just. I mean, he laughs at the fact that you're like, oh yeah, we're broken up. Yeah, okay, I'll see you in a week. And he's such a little pussy too. He doesn't want to fuck her. He only wants to fuck her one way. Like this chick Allie is completely out of your league. Yeah, dude, do what she wants a bit. Are you fucking retarded? Like she's crazy hot, and she would into wild stuff. You would think. I mean, Dean certainly thinks so. It seems like Dean and Allie are. Um, so yeah, Dean and Allie get together, go for like a month. Then she breaks it off, but he still wants to keep going. And yeah, then she wants him to sleep with just one other person, and so she wants to sleep with another person just to be sure they're not in a relationship. But I know it's because it happens in the book or something like that happens in the book or for the show. But like, you just got to tell her how you feel, man. Like you just got to be like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to be with you. I don't want to hold you back. I want to. I don't want to show you up, but like I want to be with this for you. Like I want to dominate in NHL, and I want you to dominate on the stage, which is what you want to do. You don't want to be like a housewife, like you with Sean. Like I want you to be with me. Like I want to conquer the world with you, together. And it's just something like that, and like she will just melt in your arms, man. But that's just not how it goes. It goes that she sleeps with somebody, he doesn't. He tells her that he doesn't, and that he loves her, and she's like, "Well, no, I did sleep with someone," and it turns out that she slept with his enemy, but he didn't know it was his enemy. He had like a fake. He was introduced with a fake name, um, um, and you only see him once, and you see him again at the end, and then she points him out, and then he starts to fight him because before not just that he slept with a girl he likes, but I guess they had beef and stuff. I guess something involving the sister, maybe like a rape or abortion or something like that. But I'm sure we'll find out. I can't wait. And this came out about a month ago, and they just started filming season 2, so I don't want to see any leaks or anything. But yeah, I can't wait. I really like it. Um, I don't know how much of it realistic because the main character Garrett gets in a fight because his girlfriend got raped in high school, and the guy that raped her says that she's lying and is like the mayor's son and of their town, and basically turned the whole town against her and her family, calling them liar and whores and stuff. And so he's also a hockey player, and so it turns out that they play each other in this game, and he kind of like brags about it. Or not brags, he just calls, Hannah a lying slut, and then Garrett just loses it, gets in a fight, is suspended by his coach, and then the next episode, or maybe later on, um, he has a NCAA board meeting or committee meeting and just talking about his suspension, and they want to suspend him for the entire year and also take away all their wins, because he posted a video of him practicing with the Bruins, which is a team we drafted by, and they say he's a pro athlete. So the problem I have with that is that he posted it months ago. No one said a thing since then. If it was such a problem, it would be down in 5 minutes max, not months after. Um, Talking about it was just a friendly practice, just a skate around. Like he didn't learn anything. They're just skating around. They're just getting to know him, and they're just having a good time with him. They're not learning any plays. They're not being coached at all. Um, Third, I'm sure he's not the only player in college to do that. I'm sure all the guys that are drafted and playing college in that show are doing the same exact thing, that they are going and posting and taking pictures and stuff and practicing. So, and the last thing is that he's a son of a former NHL player. Like I know that the committee and coaches don't know that him and the dad don't have the best relationship, especially that episode. After the fight, he just basically tells his dad to go to hell, and I don't want to. He doesn't want to see him again. Um, um, if the dad has any sort of, you know, backbone and spine, or just maybe not the terms, but like just any care for his son, like he would fight to the nail and drag this into years because it's bullshit. I mean, his suspension for fighting is one thing because I don't know if he can fight in college hockey, but that wasn't a fight. That was like a fucking massacre. I mean, he beat the shit out of this dude. But he egged him on. He did it on purpose just to get him out of the game. And it worked. But like, you want to suspend my son? Like, I will bury you to the ground if you want to suspend my son for doing something that everyone plays. Like, it's just a fucking practice. Are you kidding me? Um, but yeah, so that's just basically the show. Even though it wasn't a great rant, I like it. I can't wait. Also, some nudity, like mainly male nudity. Not honestly not a fan of, but equality, I guess. But the chick Allie, I think her name's Mika Dawa. She's single now, maybe. Um, has a couple of nice nude scenes for her tits, but she's got pretty nice. They look not a bad size. Pretty good, pretty good. Just kind of out in the open too. Just one shot, she just takes her shirt off and, with her roommate, just talking, and the other, she's just in bed with Dean, and her like nipples out, or like just one tits out. It's pretty sweet shot. So if you like that kind of stuff, check it out. But yeah, it's a pretty good show. So I'm trying to think of how many guys that were actually drafted are in college right now or went to college. Am I the only one I'm thinking of because he plays for my favorite team, is Porter Martone, but he was only a freshman, I believe. I don't know how it works for guys that are older than that. Like in my college, I went to small Division 3 school, but they would before college go to juniors, I think they called it, for 2 years in like Europe or Canada or something, and they would go there and then come back and then just be freshmen. So they would be 2 years older than us, so they'd be freshmen at like 20 or 21 years old, which is kind of nuts. But yeah, and then they would stay 4 years, not get drafted because it's Division 3, or do whatever they want after. But yeah, that's kind of my experience with it. So Porter Martone, yeah, and he's with the Flyers now. He just went 1 year in Michigan State and then went right back to uh, Flyers. I don't remember if there were any other guys drafted that class. I think Gavin McKenna was from Penn State. I know he was big. I don't know if he got drafted yet though. I'll have to look and see. But I don't want to do that right now. I'll probably do that next week. I'll try and do that next week. I'll be on vacation. I don't know when I'll record. Maybe I'll find some time to, but I'll definitely send a note out. I'm gonna go shower, stop this itchiness, or maybe just turn the cool air in here. But that's episode 4. Hope you like my rants. See you next week. Keep being young, keep being dumb. See ya.